give it up for Nick again, okay? Give it up for Nick. No, but again, thank you, Nick, and Bob, and everybody else, obviously at PDQ for this opportunity to continue to change our Bay Area for the best. And I can't be more excited to partner with a brand. When you think about Bob Basham, he's been doing amazing things for Charities behind the scenes well before I got here in Tampa, Florida. And to be introduced to Bob through our good friend Leroy Selman years ago, and to know that I get an opportunity to work with Bob and Nick just as Mr. Selman did in his years here to impact our community, that's what continues to get me excited about this partnership with PDQ. And even though we're kicking this off as a part of our Brooksville opening, this is just the first of many engagements that we're going to do to continue to impact our Bay Area and particularly our youth. So I'm excited to get it going. I'm asking everybody who's listening and watching, not just round up. You can still give a little bit more than change, as a part of this campaign as you go by all of our PDQ locations to get some good food and get serviced by some good people. So I'm saying thank you in advance to all of the PDQ staff, from the corporate side all the way down to our restaurants and all the young men and women that are working as a part of this campaign. It's going to take all of us to make a big difference. So I'm saying thank you in advance, and I'm looking forward over the next couple weeks and being a big part of this. So this is not the first time you're seeing me with the PDQ shirt on. And again, we're going to have some fun time while we're doing this. So with that, open it up for questions.
How is this partnership going to directly affect those kiddos?
Well, what I said earlier is obviously Derrick Charities, our bread and butter is youth education. That's the foundation we stand on. And as we stand on that, we reach out to a lot of different branches, whether it's working, with our juvenile justice center, whether it's our organic program, or whether it's recruiting partners to come in with different ideas and what they want to do. So I want to be flexible in my approach, but one thing that we did talk about is we got a lot of locations over Central West Florida. So I want to see needs that our PDQ partnerships and managers do. They see needs in their community with the youth. And I want to take those ideas and brand them with ours to get the biggest impact. So I don't want all the ideas to come from this gray head. I want it to come from, obviously everything. But one thing that I will promise you, every dollar that we raise goes back into the community. That'll never change with Derrick Charities. 96 cents out of every dollar will be going back in the program, and 100% of this partnership and the programs will go back in the community. So I really want to say I got 5 different programs, but I feel I'll put a ceiling on us if we do it. So yes, we do have some foundational programs, but we're going to be flexible and nimble to meet the needs of the communities that are helping us raise some money.
Can you discuss the importance of partnering with really the community at PDQ, where the community gets involved and the proceeds for campaigns like this really help charities such as yours?
Yeah, so one thing that we're going to do is, I don't like to say you don't see the word fundraise, because we don't. We friend raise. That's what we do at DBC, and we look for relationships with all of our partners that come to us. So I believe through the relationships that you form when you're going back to the community, asking people to do good, you never get tired of meeting new faces and building relationships. That's why I don't like to have fundraising goals. I was asking about this on the air. Give me a number, give me a goal. I said I don't have one. What I want to do is continue to create relationships through this partnership, whether it's through the drive-through, whether you're coming in, or whether even some of our corporate sponsors to do it. That's what it's all about. So when you do that now, everything continues to build. And that's why I believe God has blessed us to continue to be very effective going on 20-something years in this community, and people trusting us with it. And that's another word I want to use. You got a lot of trust in this relationship. As Nick said, we go way back to our days at the Buccaneers. Jeff Camus, we worked together at the Buccaneers, and it's through those guys who saw Derrick Charities from its infancy. They saw the grind that I did when I played to make a difference. So now for us to just come full circle on the other side and do it now on the business end, I think the potential is unlimited, to be honest with you.
Derrick, there's a lot of restaurant chains in West Central Florida. Why PDQ? What drew you towards PDQ?
What other chains are you talking about? I have no idea what you're talking about. No, but in all seriousness, when we look at other chains, and we've been asked to do this in other situations, time, but I never felt comfortable with how we do it until I started talking to Nick and Jeff about, hey, where can we have the maximum impact? And I had the relationships here to do it. And that's not saying nothing bad about any other restaurants and program and franchise that are working with Charities. I believe it takes us all. But when I speak about this one, it goes beyond the fundraising mechanism. We're talking about a relationship of people that want to do good. And as I said before, a relationship was established before I started to come here, and that's what Leroy Selman. And when Mr. Selman, as I said, introduced me to this circle of friends, and Bob Basham being one of them, you know, I stand here humble, to be honest with you, to now continue to build on his legacy and what we're doing.
Sorry, real quick question.
Oh, no.
Since we have
A
you
Bucks
here,
question?
of course. a general comment on just the Bucks team this year. What do you think?
Well, when I look at our Buccaneers now, as they get ready to prepare for training camp, I still like to think we're in contention. To be honest with you, I'm excited to see the team's leadership under Coach Todd Bowles. Coach Bowles now get a chance to lead a contender versus his previous stint where he was in rebuilding a team. So I'm excited to see the growth of Byron Leftwich now that he's in full control of play calling and how he's going to get the best out of the talent and working with Tom in different ways. So I'm excited about this growth and the rebound of our defense. I honestly think our defense getting healthy is really going to be, kind of that secret sauce to get us back. But I like where our Bucks are right now. The addition of signing some key veterans and locking up some young guys this offseason. So health is going to be the biggest strength. How does Chris bounce back? How quick does Godwin get back to be a part of it? And obviously keeping 12 clean, keeping TB12 upright makes a big difference.
Nick, I got a question. Sure. Same thing I asked Derrick. What drew you? You got a lot of options in Tampa Bay. What drew you to Derrick Brooks Charities?
No, thank you for asking that. As a founder, CEO, but also founder, this PDQ, our family here, 2,000 plus employees that came out of Tampa, it means a lot to us. And one thing I can say about Derrick, from having worked with him at the Bucks, throughout his career, was always what can he do for everybody else first. It was always a team first approach. His entire career, from the first day he came to the facility, Christine Hartman's here, she works for the foundation. He always treated everybody the best he could. He made everybody around him feel better. He started his foundation, which we did get to watch from the ground floor. And that's hard to do when you're starting a career. That's a bold step to take forward. But Derrick has always put everybody else first, whether it's his teammates, our Tampa community, we're lucky to have him. So it was a very easy answer. Leroy Selman, as he alluded to, was kind of the introduction to Bob, my partner, before even I was working with Bob. Leroy is the kindest man you'll ever meet in your life. Like, if I said a curse word, I wanted to apologize. And that relationship, like Leroy taught a lot of us together. There's a commonality there and a goal. And my wife's a school teacher. I think teachers, coaches don't get thanked enough. People that impact kids, to me, are the highest regard. Bob and I hold that as the #1 charity that we believe in. If you want to change a community, you got to start with the kids of the community. And I don't think enough people talk about that. So not just as charity, but the kind of person. Derrick is the person that all of us while we're here, if he picks up the phone, we answer and say, how can we help you? And he does it as a friend, a teammate, and how we help each other. And we're thankful for it.
Well, thank you. Yep, let's back.
When you turn it sideways, you had to make sure we were skinny. When you turn it
They were trying to have the gray hairs though. When we met, we had really nice better was half dog. Do you want we got set up? under that.
Mhm.
He's doing well. I knew the workout stuff. He's 15 linebackers. He ranked the top three. Hopefully this year maybe got you 215, 216. But he went in average literally like now I'll end up doing 230.
Look at his grown man body.
He's happy.
That's good.
So the coach is going to he likes to play.
I thought he was going to be smashed.
I'm telling you.